Today we will discuss about while and repeat until in Business Central. So in the previous two videos we have been discussing about the looping statement in Business Central, like for to do, for down to do, and for each statement. And today we'll be discussing about the other two important looping statements in Business Central. So this we will call it as a repetitive statement, because if you want to execute a task again and again for a particular time period until the condition satisfies, you will be using this repetitive statement. So the first one which we are going to discuss is what? While loop. So before understanding about both while and repeat until, let us understand when we have to use a while and when you should use a repeat until. Okay, this while we will call it as an entry control loop. Okay, entry control in the sense, while entering into the loop, okay, it will check for the condition, and only if the condition satisfies, the statement inside the loop will execute. Okay, so you'll be having some initialization basically, so you have to do some initialization stuff, and you have to go with while, and in the while itself you will be writing some condition. Okay, so you will be writing some condition. If that condition satisfies, then it has to go with do and begin. Okay, it has to do all the statements which are there inside the loop until that condition is true, and once it finds the condition is false, it will come out of the loop. So this is what while. Whereas the repeat until is an exit control statement. Exit control in the sense, the condition will be checked at the end of the loop. What does it mean? So like here you can see that in the beginning of the while statement you have the condition, whereas in repeat until you don't have condition while beginning the loop. Okay, so anyhow you will be starting with the index. You have to initiate the initial looping variable. Okay, so you will be assigning the index variable, and then you will be using the repeat. Okay, in and under this repeat, you will just execute some statement, and at the end of the statement you will be using until, then some condition. Okay, and finally it will be ending. So if you are used with any other programming language like C or C++ or Java, you will definitely know about while and do while. So while is entry control statement, where if the condition is true, the statements will be executed. Whereas in do while, if the condition will be checked at the end, even though if the condition is false, the loop will be executed at least once. Okay, so this is what the logic behind this two. So I'm going to show that with an example here. Okay, so here you can see in the this is the while loop, and this is a variable for the while loop. Okay, so I have created the index as integer and the total sales integer and the sales as an array. So if you come down for the while, so you can see that I have initialized the variable, that is total sales, to 10. Okay, let us have this here. Let us make it as total sales. Okay, ts to 10. Okay, ts is what the total sales, fine, and the index is 0, I is for index, and I have assigned the sales, that is the sales, to 10, 30, 15, and 25. Okay, so this is what the list which are there in the sales. Got it? And now what happens, we are entering the loop. Okay, so initially when entering into the loop, it will check for the condition. So what is the condition? The total sales should be greater than 10. Okay, should be greater than 10, do begin. So only if this condition is true, then this loop will enter inside the loop. Okay, it will go inside the loop and execute the statement. But what happens here, my total sales is not greater than 10. Okay, my total sales is 10, so I'm checking here total sales should be greater than 10, so automatically it will come out of the loop. Okay, and by the end, So here it will not execute anything, and it will just will not display anything. Okay, I hope you understand. So now I can show you that what is happening. So here I am executing the try while loop. It doesn't do anything because initial condition itself is false. Okay, whereas in do while, if you see, okay, in do while, you can see that the same thing I have initialized. Okay, so the total sales is 10. So here you can see this is the total sales, which is equal to 10, and here you can see the index is equal to 0, and I have assigned the same sales list: 10, 30, 15, 25. Even the next one is 25. If you wanted to have one more sales, then it will be like 25. So here you can just simply click here 25. And what happens when it starts with repeat, it will go inside the loop. Okay, so what is happening, one loop will be executed. Okay, a repeat. So index will be assigned to what, 0 plus 1, which is equal to 1. Okay, now index will be 1, and total sales, wait a minute, I'm just adjusting, and the total sales, okay, here you can see you have the total sales here is, that is gs is equal to, what is the total sales, this is what the 10, right, total sales is 10. 10 plus sales of index, what is the sales of index. Okay, so this is the 10 is what sales of the index, right? So 0 plus 1, which is a sales of 1. Okay, which means that sales of 1. Okay, so here you can see that this is the sales of 1, which is 10. Okay, so what happens, this 10 plus 10, what is 10 plus 10, which is equal to 20, right? 10 plus 10 is equal to 20. So what it will display, the message will be displayed as sales is less than 10 colon, it will print 20. Okay, because what is the value of this ts, total sales is 20 now, right? The 20 is stored here, and then while exiting the loop, it is checking whether the total sales is greater than or equal to 10. Okay, even if you keep like total tail sales is greater than 10, okay, so it will check for the total sales is greater than or equal to 10. Yes, okay, so it will go, it will just make greater than is equal to 10. So now it will go and check, now the total sales is 20. Okay, so you can see here, if I execute this particular try repeat until, so it is displaying total sales, sorry, total sales is less than 10, 20. Click OK, it will go out. Okay, so here you can see, even if you try with less than or equal to 20, 10, the same thing will happen. Okay, what happens, it is checking the condition at the end of the loop. Okay, so whatever the statement which you have written after the repeat, repeat is a keyword, whatever the thing which you have entered after the repeat, this will be executed. Now it is checking that the total sales should be less than or equal to 10, but yes, the total sales should is not is a less than or equal to 10, so it has executed. So even we can try this thing, so greater than 10. Okay, the total sales should be greater than 10, right? So I can try greater than 10 anyhow, even if it is greater than 10. Okay, greater than 10, what it will do, it will only print the loop once. Okay, again while it goes to the next level, it will not work out. Okay, so this is how it is happening. So the statement will be executed at the end of the loop. Got it? So this is what happened here. So this is the syntax. So we can derive the syntax from here. You have to initialize the index value. Okay, initialization should happen, and under that while condition do, and inside that begin. Okay, so if you wanted to execute something inside that particular statement, then you have to go with the begin, and then you have to increment the loop. Okay, and then you have to write some statement over there, and then finally you should end it. Okay, so this is while statement, whereas for a repeat until, initialization initialization will be there, and then you will be going with a repeat. Okay, repeat some particular statement, then you have to go with an increment. Okay, and the statements to execute. If you want, if you need some statements to execute, then you can go with the statement, and while ending you have to go with the condition, and there is no begin after the condition, then you have to end it. Okay, so this is how it goes. So this you should keep in mind while writing the repeat and until, repeat and while. So if you wanted to check the condition at the end of the statement, at the end of any loop, then you have to go with the repeat until. And if you want to check the statement in the beginning itself, and if the statement is false, then it has to just exit. Okay, then you have to go with the while statement, while condition. Okay, while loop. So this is what, so whatever the loop you have seen, like even if it's a for, even if it is a for down to do, so you need these things. Okay, initialization is important, increment or decrement for down to do is important, and the statement whatever you wanted to repeat until the condition is true, that too is important. Okay, so finally I just wanted to end up with these few statements. The while statement first checks to see if the condition is true before you start looping. So this, providing that this condition stays true, it will keep running the statement within your while block. Okay, and if you wanted to run multiple statements, you need to use a compound statement. So we will understand about, if you want to know about what is a compound statement, so please leave your message. And repeat until will run it will run the statement first, and then it will check for the condition. It will loop until the condition is valid, meaning that the repeat until statements are at least run once. The loop will continue provided that the condition isn't valid. Okay, so in the next video we will just start with the data types. So I'll just go with the primary data types, and then I'll proceed with the complex data types. If you have any other suggestions in order to discuss in AL programming or Business Central, please leave your message. I'll be definitely helping you out. Thank you. Take care. Bye bye.